wagon, and maybe you're going to get some power windows on it. That's all. It's just not that great big a deal.
Commissioner, there is a certain parallel between the Miami 21 and the text amendment process mapping that has to be done here, but I think as the consultant indicated, in Miami 21 it's at a certain level and he may have to elevate it for the data that will be required to submit to DCA. So it's got to go beyond just what Miami 21 zoning code would require.
So
right?
let me be Commissioner Regalado for a moment. Hope you don't mind this invitation. You were going to give us the bad information, but you only give the good information to Tallahassee.
No, it's not. Nothing is bad or good here. It's the level that you have to provide. For Miami 21 at a zoning code level is different than what you have to provide to support to DCA comp plan amendments.
And Commissioner, and that's laid out in the rules and in the statutes of what has to be provided.
All right, Commissioner. The one who made the second on your motion withdrew the friendly amendment. What are you going to do?
I'm going to maintain the motion. If we don't give the city manager a deadline, the one thing you know in the city of Miami, if you don't have a deadline, it doesn't get done.
So the only is the study, and there is no money attached to it?
Correct.
Okay. All right. There's a motion. A motion is made by Commissioner Sarnoff, second by Commissioner Regalado, just for the study, attaching no money to it. Roll call.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Study without any money.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Regalado?
Yes.
Commissioner Sarnoff?
Yes.
Vice Chair Spence-Jones?
I still have the question, how are we going to do a study without money? So we're just saying stuff just to be saying it up here. Because you know these people are not going to work for free.
No, they're not.
So, I mean, like, why are we playing with people's time?
Madam Clerk.
I just don't get it. We know they just said it's going to be about $150,000. Why are we saying, so if I vote yes, okay, yes, and then what's going to happen? Nothing? Because they're going to want to get paid.
Well, I'm going to make a motion right after this to then ask the city manager to bring us the exact criteria necessary as the city attorney has prescribed, so that we can then vote on it. If you decide it's worth $50,000, fine. If you think it's worth $100,000, fine. If you think it's worth $150,000, fine. But I just have difficulty believing that with the data stream that's going to be created from the 4 quadrants of Miami 21, that you cannot somehow suggest to me it's not going to be an insubstantial amount of money. It just can't be that much money.
Madam Clerk, continue with the roll call.
I'm waiting to register the vote from Vice Chair Spence-Jones.
I have a problem with another study once again, so I'm going to say no.
Thank you.
And no, because we don't know if we're going to be using duplicate service on this and Miami 21 as pertaining to studies, and there is no money attached to it. So that's a concern that I have.
Study that. We don't need any more studies.
So that
well, then I'm going to I'd like to make a motion to have the city manager come back at the next commission meeting with the necessary budget to complete the necessary work for the 2 tax flum amendments and the planning, the issues that I will give you with regard to the MNU proposal.
All right, there's a motion. Is there a second? You guys? Is there a second?
I will second with...
Second by Commissioner Regalado.
No, with an amendment. Second with an amendment.
What's the amendment?
The manager should come back with the information if we can use, with facts, we cannot use it, the data that would be obtained through Miami 21 to the same money that you requested, $95,000 for the economic development, $510,000 for the rest of plus the $700,000 still on the bank. You need to come back, and that would be the amendment, with the information that we could use, part, all, or we need more data, with supporting document from other studies, not just say we cannot use it. So that would be my amendment.
Let me accept the amendment with the further clarification, and I hope the seconder will accept it, that our planning department, who has a great many experts on staff and have plenty of in-house information, use their best efforts in providing us the information as well as hiring consultants.
More consultants, more money. All right, there's a motion.
No, we're trying to save money, Mr. Chairman, here.
Yeah.
We're trying to do exactly what you're trying to do without doing the study. You don't want to do the study, but the study should be done saving money.
First of all, Commissioner, do not speak for me. You speak for yourself.
Well,
Second,
you said it.
Second, the money that's being used for ME21, which you are speaking about, that money is going to be going towards ME21. And the issue here is that we're going to be spending money that might be duplicating services and spending more taxpayers' dollars on all these studies. And at the end of the day, I guarantee you, there'll be a motion to reconsider because a lot of things we're voting on here, we who have a responsibility have not done due diligence and thought carefully, and we're voting against our legal department, we're voting against our planning department, and we're voting against experts who have spent years on this study. So let me caution you as the chair. Be careful what you ask for, because at the end of the day, the taxpayers are going to be paying for it. That's all I have to say. With all the respect to each of my colleagues, this is something that should have never gotten to this point, but we're here, we'll deal with it. But I guarantee you, some of the commissioners who made all these motions will be coming back, or before the end of the day, asking for a motion to reconsider, because you know what? They've made a big mistake. But that's it. We'll just continue. I'm only one commissioner here.
Mr. Chairman, the amendment to the motion was precisely to avoid more money and more consultant. The amendment wants the administration to come back for us to understand if we can use the data of Miami 21 and not double the service. That was the whole amendment. That was what the manager suggested, what Commissioner Sarnoff suggested.
Commissioner Sarnoff has a motion and a second on the floor. Madam Clerk, for the record, could you just clarify the motion so I could get a better understanding of it?
This motion, as I understand it, is for the manager to come back with a report.
Funding for the study.
No?
No funding. No
What was
funding.
it?
No funding.
Find out whether or not this existing Miami 21, I guess, analysis can be utilized for this.
All right. And since we're on that issue, let me ask a question. Then what happens to Miami 21 if we end up using the money for this study?
No. Do not duplicate.
No.
The manager understood my motion. Which is important. You don't have to understand it. He understood it.
I do have to understand because I, for one, do not vote on anything I don't understand. You do that a lot.
Oh,
Go ahead.
please.
Commissioner, you don't have to attack me
No, I'm not
personally.
attacking you.
Yes, you are.
Guys,
Yes, you are.
please
Please,
focus on what
I
we're
beg of you. I respect you. You may have your own views, but you don't have to attack a member of the commission.
I'm not attacking
You are the chair.
Yes.
You're personally attacking a member of the commission. That's not right.
I'm not
You should know. You just did.
Please.
Commissioner, if I may, we can come back with a report. What we intend to do is perhaps show Rob Curtis the Miami 21 scope and let him determine if from that work product he can extrapolate the data that he would need in order to address Commissioner Sarnoff's concerns. That will cost no money. If I understand that that's the direction from the Commission, we can do that without creating an expense. We don't have a problem with that. We can do that. It will not touch the monies that you have identified for Miami 21. It will not do that.
All
We
right,
will be
roll
okay
call.
with that.
It is understood, Mr. Chairman, that we'll try to be as efficient as we can in seeing what we can use from Miami 21, seeing what we can use from what planning staff may have, and we'll bring the scope for the text amendment to you with the best, I would say, estimate at that point in time for cost.
All right. Roll